Походу тачки горят, бля. Я шеф ебали.
Drones targeted the Alabuga Special Economic Zone in Russia's Republic of Tatarstan on Saturday, where Shahed-type drones are produced using Iranian technology. Aircraft-type drones were spotted in the areas of Chistopol and Yelabuga. The regional authorities declared a drone alert in the morning, and the Carpet Protocol, which suspends air traffic, was activated at the airports of Kazan and Nizhnekamsk. Such types of drones have been used for a long time to target Russia's energy infrastructure. The drones were shot down before reaching production facilities in Yelabuga, according to Russian officials. However, debris damaged several civilian vehicles in the area. A military industry plant located in the Alabuga industrial zone was established in 2023 and has since become a key site for producing Shahed strike drones and reconnaissance UAVs. The facility was built under an agreement reached between Russian and Iranian partners in late 2022. The deal envisions that the plant is expected to manufacture up to 6,000 Shahed drones annually. The drone's design has evolved since its initial deployment in Ukraine in 2022, with the warhead reportedly increasing from 50 kilograms to 90 kilograms. Saturday's attempted strike is the latest in a series of drone attacks targeting the facility. Ukrainian drones first attacked the plant in April 2024 and flew towards the area in May 2025.
Походу тачки горят, бля. Я шеф ебали.
Drones operated by Ukraine's defense intelligence struck Russian air defense systems in the temporarily occupied Zaporizhzhia region, the agency's press service reported. Published video footage captures a Russian Pantsir-S one surface-to-air missile and gun system firing a missile at an approaching drone, which misses. The crew then attempts to shoot it down using 30mm anti-aircraft guns. The drone's first strike attempt also fails. Believing escape was more viable than continued engagement, the Russian crew started repositioning the vehicle. On the drone's second approach, it successfully hits the Pantsir-S-1's combat module. While the extent of the damage is unclear due to the lack of independent verification footage, the strike appears to have disabled a key component of the system, likely requiring significant repairs. The second target was a Buk M3 self-propelled firing unit. According to the footage, the drone struck the radar section of the launcher, rendering it inoperable without extensive repairs. Ukrainian drones also attempted to strike a 9S-19 Imbir radar unit from an S-300V air defense system. However, based on the footage, a direct hit was not achieved. The specific type of drone used in these operations was not disclosed. However, based on the interface visible in the videos, they appear to be the same drone models DIU previously employed in strikes against Russian air defense systems in occupied Crimea. Earlier operations using these drones were reported on March 19th, when kamikaze UAVs destroyed 3 Pantsir-S-1 systems and a Mi-8 helicopter. Additional damage was recorded to radar systems, including 248 Ya-6K-1 Podlet radars, 21L-125 Niobe YSV radars, and 339 N6 Costa 2E2 radars, all used for tracking and targeting aerial threats. On April 1st, Ukrainian intelligence released footage showing DIU drones targeting a Tor-M2 air defense system and several Russian boats in Crimea. In May, the same drones were used to destroy a train carrying fuel for Russian equipment in the occupied Zaporizhzhia region. Journalists have uncovered a network of secret prisons and torture sites in Mali operated by the Wagner private military company, according to a joint investigation by Forbidden Stories, France 24, Le Monde, and iStories Media. The existence of the sites was confirmed through interviews with former detainees now living in the Mbera refugee camp in Mauritania, which currently hosts about 118,000 Malians who fled violence between the ruling junta and Tuareg separatists. The investigation identified 6 makeshift prisons nationwide, including in Nampala, Sevare, and Bafo. Some of the sites are located on official Malian military bases. Analysts monitoring the region say the actual number of such facilities is likely much higher. Wagner has prisons in nearly every area where they operate. Anyone arrested but not immediately killed ends up there. Herders, traders, drivers, a Sahel region analyst cited in the report stated. Former prisoners described severe abuse, including beatings with electric cables or sticks, mock drownings, confinement in metal containers under extreme heat, and electric shocks. Accounts also included forced labor and starvation. One former detainee shared that prisoners were tortured to the sound of Russian music. "They beat me until I lost consciousness and bled heavily. They also burned my stomach with a lighter," one former prisoner told journalists. Investigators discovered little evidence that Mali's ruling junta is willing or able to rein in Wagner's activities. Wagner makes arrests independently. The Malian army has no authority, a Malian officer shared with Le Monde on condition of anonymity. Many abductions appear to be financially motivated, especially in Azawad and central Mali. Some detainees who survive are later transferred to Malian authorities. One man noted that he was moved to the gendarmerie in Kidal within 48 hours of arrest and was released a week later after his family allegedly paid 1.5 million CFA francs, about 2,288 euros. According to Calakal, a human rights group tracking abuses in Mali, at least 668 civilians were arrested, abducted, or went missing between November 2023 and April 2024-2025. Wagner-run prisons reportedly hold suspects accused of links to jihadist groups or separatists, as well as individuals swept up in mass detentions. Wagner has operated in Mali since late 2021, after France withdrew its forces following a coup and the installation of a military-led government. Since then, Wagner personnel have repeatedly been accused by human rights organizations of committing abuses against civilians during joint operations with Malian forces. In 2024, Wagner fighters were responsible for the deaths of 925 civilians in Mali, twice the number killed by Islamist groups, according to the Washington Post. On June 6, 2025, Wagner announced the end of its mission in Mali, citing the completion of its primary objective, restoring government control over all regional capitals. Ukraine's military intelligence allegedly provided critical intelligence that enabled Tuareg rebels to ambush and decimate a Wagner mercenary convoy in northern Mali, killing at least 20 to 80 fighters, with several commanders among the dead.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Also, if you want to support Warthog Defense, please become our member and get early access to new videos, exclusive members-only videos, and become administrator in comment section. The membership link is in the description.
Rescues every day. We had a guy last week, it's 6 rescues in 6 days. You know, he's doing the job every day.